Hi, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas. And tonight is design 2 from my May card class, which happens to be online right now. And I asked for people to tell me which stamp set that's retiring that they would like to see used. And the winner is Music from the Heart. And I looked through all my cards, and I'm going to show you. I debated about using one like this with the guitar. It's pretty fun to make. But I found one that uses 2 of my other favorite retiring stamp sets. So that's what we're going to do tonight. It has the Parisian Blossom stamp set. Well, this is the die, but on the simple version, we're going to use the stamps and also Wonderful Moments. So let's get started. I'm going to make sure that you can see what I'm working on. Well, this is the die, but on the simple version, I have to mute myself. There we go. And we are a couple minutes behind, so I'm not sure if this will get you where you need to go, but we're going to try it. I have already set up the stamps and inks and everything we will be using. I'm going to move some of them over here. Then I have the thick Whisper White cardstock cut hot dog style, which is 4 1/4 by 11. Folded in half makes it 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 for a card. And we are going to create that design on the front of this card just with using stamps and ink. The first thing we're going to do is stamp the girl. Now, I'm not sure you can see what's going on. You go back. I just want to make sure you're actually seeing this happen. I think you are. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of masking because we do not want to see the bouquet that the bride is carrying. And so I will be putting this Post-it note on there before inking up the bride so that it's not stamped on the card surface. Better get a wipe and get some of that off the edge of the stamp block so we don't leave it on the card. Okay, and then we take the mask away. let's see if I can get a little bit of ink on the dress without inking up the bouquet. And then we'll just stamp her. And there we have it. And a good thing that I have a marker so we can fill in the line of her arm if we feel like we need to. You guys ran away from me. So I'm going to try to find you again here on my computer. Just in case anybody's watching live and has any questions. Sorry about taking a minute to do that, but I just wanted to make sure I don't miss any of you. And while we have the black open, I'm going to go ahead and finish what I'm stamping with the black before we open up the gray for the Eiffel Tower. Okay, that was silly. Somehow I got my keyboard on there backwards, and so when I inked it, I inked the entire thing, not just the parts that were meant to be inked. That's why we always look at what we're doing. Try again. Alright, and I'm just going to put a keyboard up toward the top of the inside of my card. That's all that's going on the inside. And then we're going to add the piano. Right about there. And the final thing we are doing with the black ink is we are decorating her dress with some music notes. I'm using the eighth notes put together with the crossbar, and then we'll go back through and fill in with some of the other notes. Okay, now it's time to add the quarter note. The solitary quarter note. And finally, we're going to add some singular eighth notes with the flag. Want to make sure I get a note head up there on her bodice. And I want another one in there. All right. That is all of the black ink that we are using with this card. So I'll close that up and put it aside. Now we are going to do some more masking. I had previously stamped and cut out a mask of my girl, and I just attached it over her because we are now going to use the gray granite and the Eiffel Tower. So I'm going to move this ink. There it is. And then when you remove the mask, it is not stamped on the girl, and it looks like she is standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. Now, I am going to do some coloring. We have I didn't even think about this. I got out the blends, but blends leak through your paper. So I think we might not color the girl. I'm just going to use the Petal Pink Stampin' Right marker. To color in the top of the grand piano. And I think I might color in her dress. We're not going to mess with her skin and hair because I don't want it to leak through this card. Since we're not using layers, we are stamping directly on the card front. I'll just give her a nice petal pink dress covered in music notes. And I'm going to use the basic black marker to finish out that line of her arm. Alright, there we have it, the simple design. We have the girl from Wonderful Moments with her piano from Music from the Heart looking at the Eiffel Tower from the Parisian. Is that what it's called? Let me look. Parisian Beauty stamp set. And then you open it up, and there is your keyboard, and you can write your note. Now we're going to do the stepped up version of this card. And I have already done some of the prep work. This is the layer that we will be putting down. I have already cut out and colored the piano and the girl with her music dress, and I did use the ivory blend and both bronze and ivory on her hair. But before we put everything together, we are going to cut out the Eiffel Tower. And we're going to use silver foil, and it already has adhesive sheet on the back. It's just going to make it much simpler to actually adhere to the card front. I'm going to send this through a few times to hopefully get some of those detail pieces to come out on their own. Because yet once again, I am not prepared and don't have my foam mat out. Move all of this for now. I'm going to wait to take those out until we have a place to put it. So I'm going to glue the Designer Series paper on the front of the petal pink cardstock. And I sat it in glue. That's just wonderful. So let me get another wipe and see what I can do about that. That's not too bad. All right. Be careful and watch where you put the glue on your paper, or you'll be getting all kinds of fun on the back of your cards. Let's get rid of this piece of paper. And I'll try to find all those pieces I just flung on the floor. Alright. I'm going to try to pull off the adhesive backing and see if all these little pieces come with it. They don't all come with it, but a good percentage of them did. And now I'm going to take your pick tool and using the paper piercer, just punch out the little pieces that didn't come out on their own. Now, if I had been thinking, if I had planned ahead, I do have the die cut brush for the Take Your Pick tool, along with some foam pads that you can run the roller on there, and it just gets all these little pieces out. But I didn't think ahead. So rather than get it out, I'm just making you watch me painstakingly poke every little silver piece out of this Eiffel Tower. Go get a drink, get a snack, come back, and maybe I'll be done by then. If I ever decide to put this on YouTube, I will fast forward this section before it ever gets up there. So you will think that I can do this quicker than your average bear. I have all kinds of little silver pieces hooked to my fingers. Alright, here we go. We're going to start putting things on the card front. First thing we do is attach the Eiffel Tower, and then we're going to add some glue to the back of the girl and the back of the piano. And then we will be adding some bling, because I just don't think a card is complete without a little bit of sparkle. And although this already has a little bit of sparkle with the Eiffel Tower, we are going to add some champagne rhinestones. It's my Take Your Pick tool, and just grab some and put them on my card, and there we have it. Then I'm just going to stamp on the inside. I put the whole thing upside down. That is so exciting. So that just means I will cut this off and attach it to another piece of Blushing Bride, and we will not have to worry about this mess anyway. So I will do that, and that's what it will be on my, if it's on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure I'll ever put this on a blog, but what I'm going to do is just cut off the front and attach it to the front of another card base so that it's not backwards. And I will see you all here tomorrow. I know everywhere has said morning, but I think that at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon is when I will film our third design for the May class, and it will be the fancy fold for the stepped up class. And I will see you then.